In the meantime, I want to rejet the carburetor. I have a jet kit here for the Super E Shorty, or Super E, S&S Super E. I'm probably gonna have to go up a size. What I notice is when I'm going on the road, a lot of power, a lot of torque. As soon as I hit around 60 miles an hour, it just kind of goes flat. Previously, I was having fuel delivery issues because I had a smaller, I think I was using a 1/4 inch hose, which is just way too small, so I put a bigger hose on here. I don't know why I had that 1/4 inch hose. I think I just had a piece of fuel line laying around when I was testing the engine, and I never really did anything to replace it until it became a problem. So I'm gonna just try to drop this bowl without having to take all this other stuff apart. It's probably going to be a little messy, but I have the door open, so that'll let the gas smell out. Looks like we got a lot of gunk down in there. I'm gonna have to wash that out, flush it out. This is extremely sensitive. The reason is, and this could be why I was leaking gas last summer or earlier this year. So when this bike has like a really hard lean when it's on the kickstand. So when I adjusted the float to the way the book says, I had it upright, I put it back together. The moment I put it on the kickstand, it just started overflowing. So I had to find kind of a happy medium, because if I made it so that it wouldn't overflow, then I'd ride down the road and it would suck the gas out faster than it could replenish it. So I found like this perfect balance. So what I want to do is measure that, so I want to write that down, and hopefully once I clean all this debris out of there, I won't have a problem with the overflow again. I think I have a video when I stopped, but I don't think I videoed the problem. But in any case, I want to take out this main jet and intermediary jet here, compare to see what I have. And I'm going to go up one size and put it all back together, and hopefully that'll cause my 60 mile an hour flatness. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so today I'm going to try cleaning this out. This all happened when my gas tank had a lot of rust in it. So all that stuff got past the filter very fine. I'm actually going to disconnect this so I can flush it out better. I'm going to measure this. I'm not going to change it because it's right at the right position that I need it to be. But I'm just going to try to get all this grime out of there, and then I'm going to go ahead and replace the jets. Alright, GoPro shut itself off again, so I don't know where we lost it, but I'm going to go ahead and clean all this out, take this apart, and remove the cable clamp here, so it should come across pretty easily there. Alright, what a mess. So we'll go ahead and clean this out. I'll go ahead and pull this off as well. I'm going to try to avoid removing the accelerator pump, but I do want to try to get, well, I need to get all that crap out of there. Alright. That's a little bit more difficult than it should have been. A little bit in there, not so bad. Okay, so I went out and bought the tool. Now hopefully this will work out the way I need it to. Alright, let's go ahead and remove that main jet. Let's see here. Did it open? Yeah, here we go. I think I'm probably just going to pull this whole nozzle out too. Can you see a number on that? 72. So we'll go up one size from 72. Looks like there's some junk in there too, so I think I'll pull this whole nozzle out and clean it. So the reason I'm jetting this is because right around 60 miles an hour, everything just sort of flattens out. I have no more power. I have to kind of throttle off. Part of the issue was this tube was too small, so I got a larger fuel hose. I had a 1/4 inch. This is the next size up. I think it's, I don't remember exactly, so I'm not going to say. So I'm going to go ahead and change out both of these jets because I want to make sure they're matched. If I'm going to upgrade one, I'm going to upgrade the other. So we have the main jet, the intermediary. Let me get a screwdriver. A 28. Can't really tell if there's any crud up in there. There's a problem. None of these are labeled, have any numbers on them, so I don't know what size they are. So rather than guess, I think I might need to actually buy a tool to measure these. Let's see. I don't have one. But there's no way I can eyeball this and say which one is what. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Alright. Okay, so I was wrong. These do have the numbers printed on them. They're just really hard to see with my old eyes and without a magnifying glass. So what we're going to do is go up one size. So this is a, what's that, 42? Let's see. That's a 72. So we're going to go up one size to 74. Okay, this is a 28. If you can see that. We're going to go up one size to 02, where's it at? 0295. So from 28 to 95. the 295, upgrading from a 28 on the main jet. This is where it screws in, right? Go with the new jet, new main jet, and just start that off. Let's not forget our accelerator pump. We need that, otherwise we won't be able to accelerate. All right. Oh, okay. Alrighty, so we go in here. Just using a 9/32 or a 1/4 inch wrench here on the sides of these 1/4 inch bits. Alright, I don't know, hopefully that'll be tight enough. Alright, I like those connectors a lot. Looks like you can only use them once, so I'm sure that somebody has a way to reuse them, but I'm not going to. So hopefully that'll be it. I'm not going to do anything else with the carburetor here, so I'm hoping that once I get out on the road, I'll find that those bigger jets actually made a difference. So with the it's an S&S Super E carburetor. I got S&S performance heads, so they're going to be a little bit bigger. And I also put an S&S high torque cam in here, so that gives you a lot of lower end power. You know, for which I don't see much use for a high horsepower bike. I mean, if you increase torque, you're going to increase horsepower anyway, just because horsepower is a function of torque and RPM. But you really don't get that horsepower until you're really up at the higher RPMs. And if you're riding a motorcycle, a Harley, you're generally not going to be in those higher RPM ranges. So what's the point? I look at it like, if you're at a traffic light and you want to go, what you need is torque, not horsepower, because then your lower RPMs will get you moving. So that done, I think what I want to do next is concentrate on these floorboards. I don't know if you can see it very well. Let me see if I can go around the other side here. So these floorboards, they're actually bent out like that. It doesn't look like it, but if they were up even a slight bit, you know, like so. So I need to build a shim to go in here. What I was thinking about doing was essentially taking this off, drilling a hole, and putting in like a little adjustable nut, or what do you call it? Just a little post to go in there. I can screw in and out, and then I can adjust this to where I want it to be, and then it'll stay there. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is, well, I don't know. Yeah, see, that moves way down too far. That's the problem. So I need this to be able to stay there. We'll come back to that.